You got to get through about 2 to 3 days here first as it approaches Florida, because it's going to slow way down, forward speed less than 5 miles an hour.
Forecaster Joe Klein at the National Hurricane Center. Florida is preparing for Hurricane Dorian to arrive in the next few days. Grocery stores are now struggling to keep basic staples on the shelves.
Some of those stores are running low on supplies. A lot of people out here hearing the reports on TV, hearing the reports on radio, and heading to the store to stock up on water, food. And when we went to a few of those stores, you could definitely tell the shelves were low. There still were supplies, just not the selection you would be normally accustomed to seeing. The gas situation here up and down the coast, we're hearing of multiple gas stations running low on fuel. And we're even hearing about price gouging, alleged price gouging in some cases. All of this is causing the people who call Florida home to take this storm very seriously.
Fox's Jeff Paul in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Again, forecasters say it's still too early to tell whether Hurricane Dorian will strike Florida or turn to the north, hugging the coast. Robert F. Kennedy's assassin attacked inside a California prison.
Sirhan Sirhan stabbed by a fellow inmate in a Southern California prison. Sirhan convicted of fatally shooting RFK moments after he declared victory in the 1968 California Democratic primary, was hospitalized in stable condition.
Fox's Shannon Bream. Several teenagers shot at a high school football game in Mobile, Alabama last night. 5 are in critical condition. The victims are between 15 and 18 years old. America is listening to Fox News.
We're tracking Hurricane Dorian. When your power goes, so does your Alexa, TV, and internet. Then your phone. But with a battery-powered radio, News 104.5 WOKV will be there with you every step of the way. Before, during, and after a hurricane. Stay connected and informed with News 104.5 WOKV.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure and Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all-natural, high-purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy-to-carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
Diamonds Direct celebrates our all-new showroom with a spectacular offer. Now for a limited time, buy any item and enjoy 5 years zero-interest financing. Yes, a $5,000 designer ring is just $85 a month. A $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month with nothing down. Come see the all-new Bigger, Better Diamonds Direct and take advantage of this incredible opportunity. We're off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt. Diamonds Direct, Jacksonville's direct diamond importer on approved credit.
Guarding your nest egg with Mike Lester. We're all looking for the same thing. We do want that confidence in retirement. The conversation may be a little bit different from one person to another. My job is to put them in front of the best investments that are available to accomplish what they're looking to accomplish.
Check out Guarding Your Nest Egg with Mike Lester each weekend here on News 104.5 WOKV.
Securities offered through TCM Securities Inc. Members FINRA SIPC.
It's a new day. I'm Daniel Davis, President and CEO of the Jacks Chamber. Northeast Florida has entered a new era of job creation and broad-based economic opportunity. With the state's economic rebound, our unparalleled natural resources, and the collaboration among the 7 counties in the Jacksonville region, our future has never been so bright. Please join me at the Chamber as we build a business climate where all can grow. Call 904-366-6636 or visit myjackschamber.com.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
A major hurricane is approaching and State Farm is there. You can find preparation tips at statefarm.com, but you can start getting ready for its arrival by securing valuables, shutting off utilities, and boarding up windows. If the hurricane does strike the area, State Farm is already preparing to help our policyholders recover as quickly as possible. If you need to file a claim as a result of the hurricane, call your State Farm agent or 1-800-SF-CLAIM. That's 1-800-732-5246.
helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend, discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Good morning. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show. It is 6:05 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, Florida, the intergalactic headquarters of the Home and Garden Show. To our friends, to our fans, to our families, welcome back to the show. We have missed you. To those of you new to the show, here's who we are and what we do. Each and every Saturday, right here on News 104.5 WOKV, I'm joined by the big guy, Sasquatch, the Yeti, 6'6", 232 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, Mr. Larry O'Neill. You know Larry from his duties on TV. As the host of Larry's Garden, you've seen him about town landscaping. He's the tall man in the small straw hat. Me, Wally Conway, Mr. Home Inspection, certified master inspector from Home Pro Inspections. You can see me on Home and Garden Television and possibly about town if you spend time on attics and crawl spaces. Larry's job here on the show is to be sure your grass is green, your fruit is sweet, and your flowers forever in bloom. Me, Wally Conway, Mr. Home Inspection, my job is to be sure your home is safe, secure, efficient, and forever a source of pleasure and pride. From time to time, Larry gets a house idea, I get a garden idea, we mix it up in the middle. But what makes the show fun for us is you. Your thoughts, your calls, your commentary. 855-765-1045. Sasquatch, large man. They tell me it may rain over the next week.
Yeah, maybe.
It is our role here for the special Dorian edition of the Home and Garden Show.
Dorian edition.
To give people the simple things they can do to relax and prepare, to let people know the world will be fine. We will survive. We'll thrive. We'll have a little wind. We'll have a little rain. And simple preparation will minimize the impact.
Maybe we'll consume a little more alcohol, too, I think.
Oh, that could occur, and that's just fine as long as it's done in moderation and in the proper place.
Yes.
I would support that wholeheartedly.
Eat a little more. They say that birth, rate of birth goes up.
Yeah, 9 months now
after.
we could see far more children. As they say, be safe during the hurricane. That's true. But every indication is this baby's kind of following the Gulf Stream. It should be whatever that might be, 30, 50 miles offshore. We're on the least impactful side.
Right.
So, though I am not a meteorologist, though I spent 20-some years staring at weather as a Navy pilot and ships at sea, I have very little concern. That is different than taking my preparation very seriously.
Right, exactly.
One of the reasons I have very little concern is I'm always prepared.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
We're Boy Scout.
Yeah, I have not gone and shopping. I haven't done anything because it's prepared. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. So I'd like to get people thinking about the simple things they can do in preparation for a little bit of extra water and a little bit of extra wind that also makes sense even if it wasn't the pre-storm time.
Right.
Things like trimming the trees.
Right.
You know, the thing that does the most amount of damage, the people are always worried about, the wind's going to blow and my house is going to blow over.
The trees do the most damage.
It's things that break the windows.
Right.
That's branches and your lawn furniture and your big wheel and your other crap laying around your house. This is a fabulous time to just walk around your home and look for things laying around your home that you would not want Larry to pick up and throw at your window.
Oh, yeah.
So if you see something in your yard that you would not like Larry to pick up and throw at your window, throw it away, bring it into the garage or something of that sort, because that is our single greatest risk, as I see it, from the wind, is that little bit of extra wind picking junk up that's laying around our house, breaking glass. Now you have wind and water inside the house. That's not good.
One other thing is if you have, I would, want to closely look at branches. I'm not encouraging a homeowner and try to go up and, cut down a limb, a 6-inch caliper limb. You get a professional to do that. But if you have those small branches that are close to the roof, which you could easily access. Those are the ones that will do damage to the rooftop.
They're braiding,
scratching. remove those. Of course, be careful. If you're using a ladder, there's a huge amount of chainsaw injuries every year. I think 17,000 right arm, injuries.
Yeah.
These are ones that just go to the emergency room. Left legs, they're in the 20,000 annually. So, be careful when you're doing
There is a reason that tree trimmers have the highest workman's comp rate in the country.
And they're supposedly the professionals.
Yeah.
So
here's a guy on a ladder swinging a chainsaw.
Yeah.
That is so dangerous.
Unstable. Along electrical lines,
Yeah, and you hit electric lines. To do that for guys and girls that don't do that every day is preposterous.
Right.
Don't even think about that.
Yeah.
And here's another simple way to look at things of how small things can make a difference in preparation, plus your house will look nicer when you're done. Mm-hmm. Imagine a tree branch, a small one, that was 36 inches long, and at one end it was an inch around, and at the other end it was 2 inches around. And you said, could that do much damage, that little tiny branch? You go, oh, that's nothing.
Right.
Well, if we take that, put a name Louisville Slugger on it,
yeah,
it's a freaking baseball bat.
Yes, exactly.
And when you think of the speed of the bat, as you swing a bat, it might be, what do you figure the speed of a bat is? 80 miles an hour?
100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Well, even if it's 100, how about if I just lightly swing and bang you in the head with that baseball bat?
Ow.
Yeah, ow. and it would break glass. So I want you to imagine you're holding a baseball bat and you're walking up to a window in your house. And I would ask you, how hard do you need to swing that bat to break glass?
Yeah.
Not hard at all.
Oh.
So the moral of the story isn't swing your bat lightly against windows.
Yeah.
It's look for those things that can touch your glass, either they're laying in the yard or branches, and get this trimmed.
Those type of things.
And to your point about safety, which is the whole reason for everything we do, just do those things you can do safe, and you will likely impact the outcome. Plus, your trees will look better when you're done.
Right. So, I was reading an interesting article about the Cornbrook Medical Center now is giving for a prescription you can get, they give you plants as a prescription.
To help you calm you?
For anxiety, depression, several other psychological disorders.
I sure wish people would start coming to the airport with their stress relief plants rather than their stress relief anacondas. That'd be nice.
Exactly. So, what they do is they give these plants out for 2 weeks, and you're supposed to spend 2 hours a day looking at this plant, and it's supposed to have some type of medical result in reducing your anxiety, your stress, your depression, and it's scientifically proven.
I believe that. And if you choose the right plant, and I saw a plant like a small lavender plant,
lavender
or
is one
something
of the top
else
ones.
that had
actually helps you sleep better.
Aromatherapy combined with it.
Right, you put it next to your bed, and gives you a little bit of stress relief. Aromatherapy helps you sleep better.
I'm flying to Vegas in September. I'm going to try that. See, I wonder how TSA responds to me showing up with my little lavender plant, just in a small pot, a cup-sized pot. You say that's my stress relief plant.
Oh my gosh!
I can test the system.
Oh yeah. I remember I went to Washington State, to a horticultural convention, and I emptied out a suitcase and put plants in the suitcase to bring them back to Florida. Oh my gosh! I thought. Then they set up a TSA table right next to the airlines board. I said, "Oh God, I'm busted." They're just waiting for me to come up. But yeah, smuggling those plants, and they're at the airport. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. Hey, I was looking at my orchids today. This morning, and then I was looking at them the other day. I was really doing some care on them. But, I was thinking, what are the 5 things or the 3 or 4 things that really, why are orchids unsuccessful? A lot of times people buy these orchids and they do the best they can do to keep them alive. But, what are the reasons they fail to do what you're expecting?
I can tell you how I killed mine.
Wow.
When the orchid, as it grows, the roots kind of come out of the pot. Yes. I cut those off.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Thanks for telling me after I killed my orchid, dude.
That's one of the, people think they're extraneous growth, but they're actually the roots. But one of the main things that people do with all their houseplants, because we're talking about houseplants, is they think they need light. But, each plant has a particular type of light. But if a plant, even if it likes full sun or a lot more sun, and it's been inside for let's say, a month, the plant adjusts its chlorophyll and adjusts its tissue level of green and the other things that it makes in its tissue to prevent it from getting sun damage. And when you take a plant that's been in the house and you move it outside in the sun, it's going to get sunburned. So, that's one of the things that people do with their orchids is that, let's say their orchid is struggling and not looking as good, and they'll all of a sudden, it must need sunlight, so they'll move it into the full sun. That will be damaging. That will be, you can tell your orchid is damaged from too much sun by yellowing and shrinking of the
yellowing of the stem, or yellowing of the flower,
looking brown edges, too much sun. You want to move your orchid into a moderate light, indirect light, but nothing putting it on the windowsill thinking it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's going to go in decline. Any yellowing and greening, shrinking of the leaf, and the leaf sometimes looks like a prune, it's kind of looking dehydrated. That would be a sign that the orchid is getting too much light. Then excessive light, finding the right, not enough light is another issue. And how do you tell if my orchid is not getting enough light? You say you bought the orchid and the leaves were lustrous and good and it's good size.
Yeah.
That the new leaves are much reduced in size. That means the orchid's not getting enough light. Just say the new leaf is about half the size or 3/4 of the size, not enough light. It's too dark. So you want to move it to somewhere a little bit more light where it's getting indirect light. The death of most orchids. Remember, orchids grow in trees. Is overwater. You can send
I've done that too.
You can send your orchid to plant heaven quickly, by overwatering them. They do not like overwatering. So, a lot of times people want to overtend their plants and they feel some emotional connection, and they just want to dump water. The best thing is to pour water on it, let it dry out. Pour water on it, let it dry out. Do not let the orchid roots
what are the indicators of the plant? So I'm fearful of overwatering. I know that's going to whack it because I did that before.
Right.
What should I see in the plant to know it's time to water again, or just stick my finger in the pot?
Stick your finger in there.
Yeah.
Then looking at the leaf texture, if you're looking really carefully and you become really intimate with your orchid, you look at the texture of the leaf and it starts to look like it's a little dried out, like a prune kind of look to it.
On the leaf?
On the leaf.
That means I waited too long, though, right?
They've waited too long, right. But the best thing is stick your finger in there. If it's completely dry, then we'll go ahead and water. Also, you want to make sure the roots are not sitting in the tray of water. I know a lot of times people want to create a little humidity around the orchid, so they put a little tray of water underneath it. But you put gravel on it, then the root system is above the water.
So when I water, tell me if I was doing this correctly. When I water mine, I drench it through until I see water come through.
Right.
And then I stop. I continue to add the water until it comes out of the bottom of the pot.
That's perfect.
Tray.
And then you could check to make sure the spalgum mass or the bark is completely wet. To create the humidity that orchid likes is, a little tray of gravel and a little bit of water on that to keep the orchid from coming in contact with the water. And then a little bit of fertilizer. Orchids like a little bit of fertilizer.
Is orchid fertilizer special? I see branded orchids.
Yeah,
what's special
it's
about
a little bit, getting the trace elements, that it wants, and also the right NPK mixture. Plants want a certain NPK mixture. And then, you can move your orchid outside during the summer and they do well in a moderately lit area and will flower and they'll enjoy that humidity. And you'll get a lot of response on the growth. And then when it starts to cool down, moving them inside, But those are the main reasons people, kill the orchids. Now, repotting, that's another issue. The orchids can take a lot of compaction, and because you remember they're growing in trees.
So if I'm repotting, so I decide I want to go from a quart-sized pot to a little bit bigger pot.
A little bit bigger at a time.
And so incremental increase in the size of the pot.
Increase.
And what about teasing the root out? Do I do any of that? Or just drop it in there?
Drop it in there and kind of loosen it up a little bit, remove some of the old bark or sphagnum moss, and then put whatever you're going to put in there as far as your medium, and you should be in good shape. A lot of times people go to too large of a pot.
Why is that problematic?
Because it holds too much water.
Even if it drains well?
Even if it drains well, you want to reduce the amount of water. If you have a water issue, make the pot smaller.
Okay.
Right.
It's 6:20 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right on the phones for your calls. Love to hear from you. Let's have you share with us how you're hunkering down, the simple preparations you're making so that you know you're safe and relaxed. Hurricane party prep, I want to hear that. Be right back.
You're very busy, but you want to stay informed. That's why you listen for WOKV's 3 Big Things You Need to Know. On air every 15 minutes. Plus, in the WOKV app. And now, in your email. It's free every morning to sign up. Click the newsletter button on WOKV.com or in the WOKV app.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long lists of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There's no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
Did you know 9 out of 10 WellMed patients would recommend WellMed to friends and family? That's what our patients said in a 2017 Press Ganey survey. At WellMed, we have a better approach to health. Our doctors specialize in keeping people on Medicare healthy by practicing proactive, preventive medicine so you can live your best life. We provide care you can count on now and for many years to come. Learn more about the WellMed difference at WellMedFindADoctor.com.
Are you suffering from clouded vision or seeing halos at night while driving? You may have cataracts. If left untreated, it could impact your quality of life and eventually lead to blindness. Thankfully, modern cataract surgery is one of the safest and most effective surgical procedures. At Florida Eye Specialists, we have the most experienced laser cataracts team in the region and have been voted the best eye care practice in Jacksonville 3 years in a row. Schedule an appointment today by visiting FloridaEyeSpecialist.com.
As Dorian takes aim at Florida, Action News Jax and the First Alert Weather Team are keeping a watchful eye on the tropics. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burish tracking Dorian's every move.
This is the time to prepare. Download the First Alert Weather app and get real-time radar, hourly forecast updates, and the latest track on Dorian. And on TV, we'll be working round the clock to bring you live updates and live coverage as the storm approaches. At Action News Jax, we're here for Severe. Keep you and your family safe.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Brannon with Brannon Roofing. Storm season is here. Don't wait till your roof is a must. Call us. Call Brannon Roofing, 904-813-4967 for a free inspection of your roof. 813-4967. That's 813-497.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Remley, have a special offer for anyone who is buying or refinancing a home. It's not something you do every day, so you want to make sure you're getting a great deal. Trustline Mortgage will pay you $100 just to give you a free second opinion. What do you have to lose? Nothing. I know what you're thinking. How can they possibly pay me $100 just to give me a free second opinion? That's crazy. Listen, Trustline Mortgage is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. You're in business that long because you're good at what you do. Call Trustline Mortgage today to get your free second opinion, your $100, and your peace of mind. Jumbo loans, interest-only loans, conventional, VA, FHA, credit challenge loans, bank statement loans, self-employed, purchases, refinances, you name it, we have it. Call Trustline Mortgage at 381-LOAN or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 331480.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Variable cloudiness today with scattered showers and an isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches, with highs in the upper 80s, a 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight and near 75. And tomorrow into Labor Day will be partly cloudy with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, but lots of dry hours too. Highs in the upper 80s. Scattered showers and storms for Tuesday with a high of 86. And those showers and storms continue to increase into Wednesday as Dorian makes its move somewhere not too far from Florida with a high in the mid-80s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Mercy me. It's Larry O'Neill on the Home and Garden Show. Sultry sounds. It's 6:26 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. You know, we're in calm down mode. We are preparing in a calm manner for Hurricane Dorian, and boy, that got me calm right down.
Oh, yeah.
I was calm to begin with. That's a good thing. 6:26. Love to hear from you. I'd like to hear about what simple preparations you're making so that you can ride out this little bit of breeze and a little bit of water that's coming our way in a calm, comfortable, and safe manner. No need for hysteria. Just do good things. Hurricane Party Prep. The number to check in with us is 855-765-1045. You know, for about the past 6 months, I've been on this thing about having a conversation with somebody from the International Space Station. I believe with Hurricane Dorian being out there in the ocean,
we're going to be in the highlights.
It is the right time for someone from the International Space Station to care enough about you, care enough about me, to call us at 855-765-1045 and tell us what they see from the International Space Station as it relates to this storm. And you know what I really want to know?
What's that?
I want to know that when you're an astronaut, you're up there in space and you're looking down, all these hurricane track lines, can they see those lines? Are they really in the ocean?
I think you probably can see the swirls. The swirls.
Yeah, you can definitely see the storm. But, I think those lines are computer generated. I don't think it's true.
Yes.
It's just like that yellow line at the NFL game. Shows you where the first down is.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, it's interesting to me. They can project that yellow line of the first down on a billion television sets at the same time. Yet they can't project it in the stadium, and they still have those two old dudes run out there with the chains and tell you if it's a first down.
Well, that's a tradition. You know, I want to keep certain traditions alive.
I think it's the chain
maybe
gang
they're a little
union.
Archaic, but you want the chain draggers out there, definitely.
The chain draggers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the chain draggers. That adds to the game. You know, that adds to the tradition. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It adds time.
Yeah, when the referee got to run out there and look at the chain. Okay, first down. You know, that's interesting.
That's an important part of the game.
A little bit of excitement, expectation. You know, it's a question. Yeah, I think it does. Hey, if you're out there working in your garden, we're going to have so much rain, and we want to take advantage of that and thinking of ways. Oh, well, I've got nothing else to do. Okay, if you have a rose gardener, you remember we talked about how to have a second spring on your roses, and we're going to have a lot of rain, and roses love a lot of rain. And so get your Miracle-Gro and get your fish emulsion out there and put a couple applications.
Before the rain or after the rain?
No, before.
Wash it all. Really?
Before, yeah. You will get it well into the system, and you need water for it to
be like now.
Yeah.
So you need water to suck it up.
Yeah, you need water as the other element. Water, sun is the other element.
But once it starts raining, it'll just wash away, right?
No, the fish emulsion will hang around.
Really?
And, also, if you're thinking about doing some lawn, fertilizing your lawn, put some Milorganite out there, some slow release stuff. And some slow release fertilizer is always better, when you're looking at the bag, because it is a little bit of time. Time to add some fertilizer to your grass. Time where you want to look at the the fertilizer bag and make sure it says water insoluble. You look at that, the back of the bag. And the nitrogen components are going to be broken down into water insoluble, water soluble. You want to make sure you get the bag of fertilizer with the most water insoluble as a component.
I'll make you the promise that if ever I'm tempted to buy a bag of fertilizer, it says that. It's 6:30 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
The WOKV app just got an upgrade. Now, a brand new design, making it easier to find the news and information you're looking for. Get the all-new WOKV app now for Apple or Android. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
This weekend, unplug. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
With you, Dorian's a Category 4 hurricane now with winds more than 140 miles per hour. The storm closing in on the Bahamas and could hit the Florida Peninsula late Monday or early Tuesday.
Some of the stores are running low on supplies. A lot of people out here hearing the reports on TV, hearing the reports on radio, and heading to the store to stock up.
Fox's Jeff Paul. President Trump declaring a national emergency, increasing access to emergency funds and FEMA resources. FEMA says it has plenty of money, but some Democrats are accusing the president of defunding the agency.
2020 contender Beto O'Rourke said in a tweet, quote, "This week, with storms on the horizon, President Trump moved more than $150 million from FEMA to ICE. Think about that. He has prioritized locking children in cages over helping communities recover from hurricanes."
Fox's Kristen Fisher. America is listening to Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
All offers are with approved credit and not a conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Thank you, Jacksonville, for letting us be your preferred dealer as we celebrate our 7-year anniversary at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Drive a new Dodge Journey from only $249. Every model, every option from just $249 a month. Save up to $12,000 off Ram trucks. Get up to $12,000 off MSRP and save. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington, 9600 Atlantic Boulevard.
If you're looking to propose or just looking to get her something to show her how much you love her, right now at Beard's Jewelry, take advantage of 5 years zero interest financing.
The lowest price and never a middleman. Beards at the St. John's Town Center and at beardsdiamonds.com.
Hi, my name is Sam Sassine, Vice President of Sales.
Hi, my name is Joe Sassine, Vice President of Operations.
One thing about WOKV is it's hitting a local market. And not only that, it's hitting the listeners that we need to be doing business with.
I just don't have enough good things to say about WOKV. Great ideas, great production, and great results.
Call General Sales Manager Bob DeBloy directly at 245-8732. News 104.5 WOKV. Your business can depend on it.
Say hello to your new secret advertising weapon, your own branded mobile phone number. StarStar Mobile provisions vanity mobile numbers prefixed by StarStar, providing audiences an easy way to reach your business. Give it a try now by dialing StarStar Mobile from your mobile phone. That's StarStar Mobile.
All right, Labor Day is coming up, and Blinds.com, they want to celebrate hardworking Americans by offering you up to 50% off on custom blinds, shades, and plantation shutters. Now, I just love Blinds.com. So does Jonathan in Louisiana. He says, quote, "I heard about Blinds.com when I was listening to Hannity. I checked out their 2-inch deluxe wood blinds. The prices were great, installation simple and easy, and the blinds look incredible." Now, Blinds.com, every order gets free online professional design consultation, free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Even if you pick the wrong color, they'll remake the blinds, no extra charge. Go to Blinds.com now through September the 3rd. These huge Labor Day savings, up to 50% off everything. And as a Hannity listener, well, when you use the promo code Hannity, you get an extra $20
$20 off on top of that. Just go to Blinds.com for up to half off your entire order and an additional $20 off by using the promo code Hannity. That's Blinds.com, promo code Hannity. Rules, restrictions apply.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy today, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches with highs in the upper 80s. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight near 75. And tomorrow and Labor Day, a mix of clouds and sun. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms will continue to move in off the Atlantic, but with plenty of dry hours in between. Highs in the upper 80s. Tuesday, increasing cloudiness, scattered showers and storms in 86, and then showers and storms on and off on Wednesday, much dependent on exactly where Dorian is or is not. And a high of 86. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish from the CBS 47 at Fox 30X News Jack's First Alert Weather Center for News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 6:35 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. I'm Wally Conway. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here with me. We're enjoying the day together calmly and wisely, preparing for a breeze and a sprinkle.
You've been sleeping on your lavender sachet pillow.
I will be sleeping on my lavender sachet pillow because I am totally prepared for whatever occurs, which I have every anticipation of being something that, yes, we will have some wind and yes, we will have some water, but this is not Armageddon. And here is the balance in this entire thing, Larry, as I see it.
Yes.
It is wise to always be prepared.
Of course.
There is no value in hysteria, panic, and acts of stupidity. If you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Just, hey, it's raining. Good.
I mean, we have wind all the time.
Yeah. And it is about the prep. And very candidly, I have done no prep specific for Hurricane Dorian because I am always prepared for Hurricane Dorian. You know, I got my trees trimmed, I got my stuff going on.
Right.
I know where my water's coming from. I have food. Yeah. So calmly prepare. I will tell you an overlooked piece of preparation.
What's that?
As you know, as a home inspector, I have glorious relationships with several thousand real estate agents around town.
Yes.
The signs are a missile hazard. It would be reasonable, early next week, think about going and pulling that sign out of the ground, especially the flimsy ones.
Right.
Or, when the ones that are made out of 4x4s, the heavy 4x4 post that has the swinging sign?
Yes.
Well, leave the post in the ground. That's very reasonable. Take the sign.
Ratcheting thing that flips back and forth.
How would you feel if that thing blew off and smacked some kid in the head? Now they have a
big gash in the head.
Big thing? Big lump. An egg, as my mom used to call them. Right, you got an egg on your head. Mom, I don't have an egg on my head. So be thinking about that. Just the simple things like that make a difference. If is it going to kill anybody? We would hope not. Is it going to blow through your house window? We would hope not. So what if it just hits your car and puts a big scratch down the side of it?
Get the chairs, those things that can fly around. Off the pool side.
Anything that you would not willingly throw against your window.
Right.
Put it away or throw it away.
Yeah, put it in the shed.
Plus, it's going to look better anyway. Yeah. You're not supposed to have all that crap.
Lay down your potted plants if you got those large potted plants.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I've done is 3 things with the potted plants now that you mention it. Some I'll bring into the garage if I think the wind's going to mess up the plant itself. Others that are heavy and I don't feel like dragging around, I tuck them right up against the side of the house.
That's almost every one of them.
Yeah, I'm not a muscle man. I'm a man of wisdom.
Okay. Against the house,
My muscles between my ears.
Yes. Yeah. Against the house is a good idea. Good idea.
Right up against the house. It's under the eave, a little bit of protection, and then a lay down for some others go that route. But I snuggle them all up right up against the foundation of the house.
Right.
Protected from the wind.
Protection. Just common sense things. Just make, patrol around there, get those things. A lot of buckets and lightweight pots, always hanging around.
Yeah.
And they can do some pretty good damage once they get airborne.
If you don't want to throw it against your window.
Right.
Move it. Secure it.
Yes.
Let's talk about securing your boat.
A broken window in a hurricane, or when we're having a strong wind issue or a lot of rain is a big problem.
It's a big problem. You got all that water,
a lot of hassle. I mean, you could probably remedy it, but you don't want to be standing out there trying to figure out how to clog up the hole.
Then you got blowing glass. Don't do that.
What a problem.
Securing your boat.
Yeah.
For heavy weather
Yes. Last hurricane, we had a major storm. A guy, I was working for a fella. He had a sailboat come up in his front yard.
Yeah.
There
was a lot of that at Irma. So simple things to do to prepare your boat for a little extra wind, a little extra rain.
Right.
If your boat is on a trailer,
right,
ashore, put the trailer in the safest place you can, up against the house or in the house.
Yeah, because you can
minimize the
wind rushing up.
That's right. You want to assure that the boat is strapped to the trailer.
Right.
A lot of folks don't strap their boat. You're supposed to assure it's strapped. The drain plug on the boat. I can't tell you how many people have had wonderful boats destroyed by rain that didn't need to be destroyed because they didn't pull the drain plug out.
Right.
Let the water come in, run right out.
Like a swimming pool.
Yeah. Same with, all of your toys and goodies and things you enjoy on the water. You want them either, bring them off the boat or get them secured underneath, so you don't create more missile hazards. If you've got a boat that's in a boat slip, whether it's your own dock or somebody else's dock, and Thursday, I moved my boat from Julington Creek over to the Ortega River, the condo that Tony and I purchased. We have our own boat slip on a concrete floating dock. I've got that baby all secured. It looks like a fighter jet tied down on top of an aircraft carrier. 32-point tie down.
That thing's not budging.
I've got lines going everywhere. Well, It's interesting when your boat is in a slip and the slip is rigid, so like a wooden dock, the dock doesn't really move. On a concrete floating dock, that dock rises up, rises down. And the dock I have there in Ortega, the dock can rise 12 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. So if the water comes up 12 feet, the whole region's gone anyway, and it's not even going to do that, so relax. But the point of it is, if you're on a floating dock, you can tie rigidly. And it gets tricky if you don't have a floating dock, like we did at Julington Creek Marina, parts of Beach Marine, those places where if the boat comes up 3, 4, 5 feet, that changes the length of the lines and the tension in the lines. And you've got to sit and say, all right, have I tied my boat in a manner that if the tide comes up 3 or 4 feet, that it won't ram against the dock and it won't ram against other boats. And conversely, if we get a weird situation and the water blows out of the river, or have I tied it in a manner that it can go down? So thinking that through is real interesting. And usually what I've done in the past on rigid docks is I move the boat further out of the slip. So by moving it out 3 or 4 feet, I have a little more latitude in how it's going to go. But you got to be thinking that stuff through. And for my friends who own boats that they never use, most people never use their boat. They don't tend their boat, and they're basically sitting there in a near abandoned state. Get on down and check out your boat today. Check out your boat tomorrow. Put a couple extra lines on it. Look and see if you've got ratty lines. I look at boats, and I was doing this Friday. Boats that are in a boat lift, pontoon boats and whatnot. They're not tied to the lift. So you want to be sure that your lift is in its highest up position and the boat is tied to the lift. During Matthew, we had boats blowing off of lifts and washing off of lifts, damaged their boat, and more importantly, you're damaging other people's boats and docks and whatnot. You mentioned after Matthew and Irma as well, there were boats in people's yards.
Yes.
Well, they didn't start out there. That's somebody's boat that wasn't tied up
20 miles down the river.
Yeah. Yeah. So those simple things you want to do. If you have a dock, you want to get all your crap off the dock so it's not out there in the river. After Irma, I was out on my boat 2 days after Irma, and there was so much stuff around the river.
Oh, yeah.
Debris. Broken loose and debris and trees and railroad ties and all kinds of crud. So you want to get your stuff back out. And then if you're like me, once this little bit of rain and breeze is done, I'll be back out there, next weekend on the river. Be thinking ahead of time, hey, there's crap out here.
Right.
Lots of it. And some of it's big, really big. And you just be thinking safe, easy thoughts. Be prepared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to get cold. You
mean this winter or this week?
Shortly.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for that too.
Actually, I was reading the weather report, and they say that we're going to have, we'll see how good they are, a cold winter, a back to normal winter here. But so I got 7 vegetables that will actually grow in frost for those vegetable groups.
7 vegetables that grow in frost.
And frost will handle the freeze, and no matter what happens, I don't care how cold it gets, it's not going to damage them. But so spinach would be our number one.
I love spinach.
Spinach is a great vegetable. It could get down to 25, no problem. Be undamaged and thrive. Of course, the 25 years is going to be for maybe only in the nights, and then it's only going to be during warm right back up in the day.
So I should be planting my spinach now in preparation for winter harvest? Now.
Carrots are another great winter vegetable, unharmed by any cold weather.
I had carrots last night.
Yeah, carrots. Then kale. Kale is one of another. These vegetables actually change taste during the winter. What happens on a vegetable when we get these frosts, a lot of people grow other vegetables that will experience this. Kale is another one. But when this cold comes on them, the starches change to sugar. Carrots become extremely sweet during the winter. Spinach is a sweeter vegetable.
There is a wine.
Kale is just completely changes its taste if you harvest it after a couple frosts. That cold snap on any of the. In fact, the citrus is even better if it gets a couple days where we have a frost. It automatically causes the plant to change starches into sugars. So that will actually help the sweetness of the vegetables. So Swiss chard is another great vegetable. These are all leafy, some of the leafy ones. Yeah. You can continue eating fresh salad.
Good weeds.
And yeah, exactly. They grow rapidly. And, one of the cool things about winter vegetable gardening is you don't have many bugs.
Good point.
And disease.
You don't get all sweaty either.
You don't get all sweaty. You get to put your coat on to go out and work in it. But there's no bugs. There's a reduced amount of disease. So it's an easier thing to do.
I like that.
And especially in our zone here.
Yeah.
We're in zone 8B, 9A. So winter vegetable gardening, don't give up.
There is a wine, I cannot think of the name. Maybe somebody can call in and tell me at 855-765-1045. That is made when the grapes freeze.
Right.
Traditionally, that's bad.
Right,
There's a particular wine they make from a particular grape that's very expensive after it's frozen because of that super sugar content.
Right. The same thing with citrus. If we have a freeze, you can pick an orange or whatever you got. That's when they're going to be the sweetest. But as soon as they freeze solid, they're only good for so many days.
You got to pick it then.
You got to pick it out.
It got frozen. I got to pick it, juice it, and you're good to go.
How much is a bottle? How much is a bottle of it?
I don't recall. I'm an inexpensive fruit kind of guy.
If it's over $3,
Yeah, well, for $3.99 at Trader Joe's, you can get wine made from organic grapes. So it's really like health food.
$3.99. It's unbelievable how cheap wine has gotten. Remember a year? It was expensive. When we were at $20 to $11, we thought, it was cheap. But now it's down to $3.99. Oh, my God.
Well, I don't know that Wine Aficionado has scored it a 98 or Robert Parker or any of those guys. But at the same time, it is $3.99.
$3.99 is
an upgrade from the $2.99.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear from our friends and family members out there what your favorite hurricane meal is. What meal gives you comfort in the storm?
Yeah.
And what fashionable adult beverage brings you comfort in the storm?
Right.
Yeah.
A 6-pack, that's about it. But
that's not all that creative.
Yeah, it's not creative.
Again,
it's simple.
6-pack is sort of a generic. It's a number. It's not an item.
Right,
6-pack of what?
Yeah. Hey, have you drank muscadine wine?
Yes, I have. It's too sweet for my palate.
Very, very sweet. I've never tried it. I was just wondering. Can you purchase it at a store?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Florida, you know better than I, the cultivars, there's more muscadine grapes in Florida than anything else. And there's a Florida.
There's a huge group of
there's a Florida Wine Association, I believe it's called. There's at least 20 wineries around Florida, many of which are open to the public. San Sebastian down in St. Augustine. But virtually every wine in Florida, it really skews sweet because of the grapes.
The grapes, the muscadines. Yeah. I was just curious. Maybe I need to buy a bottle of muscadine wine. If it's where do you get yours at?
You can get it anywhere.
Anywhere?
ABC,
Okay.
whatever your favorite store is. Total Wine.
Okay. Well, I'll pick up a bottle. That will be my hurricane drink.
Muscadine wine.
Muscadine wine. But so get on the gardening and just let it continue on. And then some of the things you want to assure success, because these are not particular crops that need a lot of a fertilizer, a lot of care. So just a good amount of topsoil. I think if you bring in some generic, good quality topsoil planting mix from Lowe's or Home Depot or local garden center, and put about 4 to 5 inches on top of your existing soil, that will keep the weeds or winter weeds down, and plant out your crop right now. You'll be harvesting in less than maybe 60 days. 60 days you'll be able to get a harvest already, and you can have greens, vegetables all winter long.
I love that. It's 6:50 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Love to hear your prep. Love to hear your favorite hurricane comfort food. Love to hear your favorite hurricane comfort drink. Stay with us. Right back.
We're well into the 2018 hurricane season. Get daily updates from Action News Jack's chief meteorologist, Mike Burrish. Tips from emergency managers and lessons learned from Hurricane Irma. All in the WOKV Hurricane Guide. Presented by Clay Electric Co-op on WOKV.com and in the WOKV app.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
Big savings for Labor Day with Winn-Dixie's extended weekend sale. Friday through Monday only, bone-in whole pork shoulders are just 99 cents a pound. Plus, pick up select varieties of Bush's baked beans, get 4 for just $5. And the weekend sale savings don't end there. Grab 2 Gatorade 8-packs for just $8. Now that's a win for your wallet. Find more ways to win by downloading the Winn-Dixie app today. Price is valid Friday through Monday the 2nd only with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
I'm Mark Kinder with Affordable Water. There's a process in water treatment called ion exchange. This process actually removes hardness using very little salt with our demand metered systems. Our dual media system softens and filters water for your home or business. Affordable Water has been educating and serving Jacksonville for 30 years. We're licensed locally as well as on the state and national level. Affordable Water, 262-0197. That's Affordable Water, 262-0197. License number W32.
AffordableWaterJacks.com.
Savings on top of huge selection, on top of rave customer reviews. That's how they do the National Clearance Event at Arlington Toyota. During the National Clearance Event, you can take your pick from over 1,000 new and pre-owned on Arlington's lot. I mean, come on! 1,000 vehicles. You know you're going to find what you want and save during the National Clearance Event at Arlington. Right now, during the National Clearance Event at Arlington, buy a 2019 Corolla Elite from just $14,888. That's a pre-owned 2019 Corolla Elite from just $14,888. Or buy a 2019 Tacoma SR5 from just $24,888. That's a pre-owned 2019 Tacoma SR5 from just $24,888. Plus, you get the Arlington Toyota $5,000 Advantage Club with your purchase. Just one of the tons of reasons why Arlington's earned 4.7 out of 5 stars and over 7,000 Google reviews. Arlington knows how to do the national clearance sale right, but you've got to get it while the getting is good. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, and online 24/7 at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hello, I'm Eddie Farah. If you're injured on the job, your rights are determined by the Workers' Compensation Statute. Under Florida law, your employer must have workers' compensation coverage if they have 4 or more employees. If it's a construction job, then your employer must have coverage with only 1 employee on the payroll. When these coverages don't exist, you may be cleared to sue your employer for all of your financial losses, including pain and suffering. We often see situations when the injured worker has an additional claim, such as when you're on the job and you're struck by a negligent driver, or a defective piece of machinery causes you injury. That's why it's so important to always conduct a thorough investigation of how your injury happened. These are tough economic times, and we want you to know your rights. Go to FARA&FARA.com or call us at 396-5555. FARA and FARA, protecting you and your family since 1979. Offices, Jacksonville.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock now adds the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Join now and get 10% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 10% off. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Variable cloudiness today with scattered showers and an isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches, with highs in the upper 80s, a 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight and near 75. And tomorrow into Labor Day will be partly cloudy with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, but lots of dry hours too. Highs in the upper 80s. Scattered showers and storms for Tuesday with a high of 86. And those showers and storms continue to increase into Wednesday as Dorian makes its move somewhere not too far from Florida with a high in the mid-80s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
The 2019 hurricane season is underway. Get daily updates from Action News Jax First Alert Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Tips from emergency managers and lessons learned from past years. All in the WOKV Hurricane Guide. Presented by Clay Electric Co-op on WOKV.com and in the WOKV app.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 6:56, playing the calming sounds of the pre-Hurricane Dorian. Whisper soft breezes.
All right.
Relax.
Let's get carried. Don't get too carried away.
6:56. I'm Wally Conway. Larry O'Neill's here. Let's check in with JJ. He's got a thought on the proper wine. Hey, Jay, what's up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the wine you're talking about. It's called an ice wine. And it's primarily made in Europe. Having been stationed overseas, I became a wine. Well, I became a wino. But
congrats.
The thing of it is, what they do is they let the grapes freeze, and then they go out and pick them, and then they harvest them just like anything else. It comes out to a very thick wine, and it's absolutely wonderful. And it is expensive, and it all happened by accident one year when a farmer lost his crop to the frost. And he decided, freeze rather, and then he just decided to go ahead and process the wine. And it's a terrific dessert wine, and they come in all the different varieties of grapes. And the Gershwillen, personally, is the one I think is the best. And, Steve, got any questions?
What was the name of that one?
The Gershwillen.
It's German.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a German. That's that's the grape I like the best for both types of wine. It's grown mainly in the Alps region of northern Italy and southern Tyrol area, along with Austria up in there in a little thin kind of ribbon. It's an excellent grape, and they just started importing the grape vines here in this country about 7 years ago. It's not quite the same because of the region that it grew in over in Europe, but it's extremely good.
Yes.
Excellent. And have you had success finding any of those things local? Total Wine, ABC?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't, you can. Don't work for them. But You just ask them, and they can order you some. And
perfect.
I just pick it up when I go over there because it gives me an excuse to go over there.
Thanks so much, Jay. We appreciate that.
Jay.
We've got Adam Kirk has just rolled into the newsroom after Fox News Traffic and Weather. We'll get a very current update from our very own Adam Kirk. We'll be broadcasting to you live, so you know to be calm for the storm. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the WOKV app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock now adds the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Join now and get 10% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 10% off. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
This is News 104.5 WOKV, where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, severe weather, and traffic alerts. On air, online, on every device with the WOKV app.
Live team coverage starts now.
Good morning, Jacksonville. It's 7 o'clock. I'm Adam Kirk and our top local story. Big changes in the forecast for Dorian since you last checked in last night.
The models have gone into great flux now recently with a notable shift toward the east.
Now, Action News Jack's chief meteorologist Mike Burrish says once Cat 4 Hurricane Dorian takes aim at Florida,
which would imply at least some impacts, if not considerable impacts, for Jacksonville and northeastern Florida, mainly centered on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
We actually don't know right now if the storm is going to make landfall in Florida. That's the big change from what we saw yesterday. Mike says heavy rain, wind, isolated tornadoes, water spouts, and major rip currents and rough seas still going to probably hammer our area mid next week into probably even the weekend. So again, we're looking at the potential landfall Monday night or Tuesday, then the turn north that takes the storm buzzsawing up the north central Florida coast over Jacksonville, weakening to a Cat 3 or even a Cat 2 as it's off our shore. We're going to have a better idea if this turn is for real, though, tonight. So stick with WOKV all day as we get updates on the track every few hours. Meantime, Dorian's still a pretty long way from making landfall, if it ever does, on Florida's east coast, but there are still some safety concerns in the area this weekend.
Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry is strongly discouraging any recreational boating in the area or swimming in the ocean due to extreme rip currents.
Given resources around the state with the storm, search and rescue would be delayed in the unfortunate incident of something to do with recreational boating.
He says you can still enjoy the holiday weekend. Just make sure your hurricane kit is ready and you have all the supplies you'll need if Dorian turns this way. Joe Daraskovich, News 104.5 WOKV.
And JEA says they're more prepared than they've ever been as we continue to track Dorian.
That's as JEA's president and chief operating officer, Melissa Dykes, says they've been able to incorporate all of the lessons they learned from Hurricanes Matthew and Irma into their plans for this one.
We've invested hundreds of millions of dollars into resiliency and hardening our systems so that we're as prepared as we can be.
Through the week, she says they've stood up their emergency operations center, started pre-staging materials and supplies, and called in assistance from Texas to help with restoration once the storm passes. Sarah Thompson, News 104.5 WOKV.
WOKV News time is 7:03. We'll take a look at the forecast for the rest of the weekend until Dorian gets here, and more of the Home and Garden Show next.
Get up to speed on what's going on with the 3 big things you need to know every 15 minutes all day. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
This news report is brought to you by Energy Seal.
Hi, Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that summer is here. So you don't want to be hot this year. Wouldn't it be nice this summer to dial your air down to 72 degrees and pay less money for it? Call Energy Seal and it's fixed. 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com. Whether it's your home, your office, or any metal building, Energy Seal will keep you cool this summer. Book now before we're busy and save 20% off our summer rates. Call 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, of EnergySealToday.com.
Follow the wave to Atlantic Infinity during this summer's sales event.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one for a luxurious showroom.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one with a stress-free buying experience.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one fast, dependable service.
Follow the wave to the only one Atlantic Infinity.
Don't miss the summer sales event happening now at Atlantic Infinity, 10980 Atlantic Boulevard.
The following is an important message from Florida Power and Light. In anticipation of the approaching storm's impact on our service territory, we have activated our emergency response plan. FPL is maintaining a 24-hour watch on the storm's path in order to move workers and equipment to areas most likely to be affected. We are positioning resources for rapid restoration and strongly encourage you to take the necessary steps to prepare for possible extended power outages. Make sure you have the supplies needed on hand and keep a close watch on the weather. For more, go to FPL.com or download the FPL mobile app. You can also receive text message updates after the storm by texting the word JOIN to MyFPL. That's JOIN to 69375. Please stay safe.
It's taking a long time. Are you sure you're looking in the right area? Can you figure out what is wrong with my AC system?
Wrong. I'm not sure what's wrong or what's right, but who does know nowadays?
Well, is it serious?
Trust me, I think I know what I'm doing. It is really, really not good. The capacitor attached to the Jimmy Jig is really bad. You need everything. Not good at all.
Oh, come on. The Jimmy Jig attached to the what? Show me.
Oh, right there. The Jimmy Jig right next to the capacitor.
Oh, that is the on-off switch. I'm calling Wakehoffs.
Hey, does it seem like your tech would rather just sell you something instead of fixing your problem? Not at Wakehoffs. Brian Kilmeade here. Wakehoffs will only send a tech to your home that's clean, smart, and professional. Highly trained to know every possible issue and system. You'll always will know the price and the details before they start the work. As always, Wakehoffs is offering their $59 tune-up and great rebates on new systems. Wakehoffs, AC.com. That's Wakehoffs, AC.com.
Brought to you by Wakehoffs Air Conditioning. Air conditioning service with a workmanship guarantee.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy today, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches with highs in the upper 80s. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight near 75. And tomorrow and Labor Day, a mix of clouds and sun. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms will continue to move in off the Atlantic, but with plenty of dry hours in between. Highs in the upper 80s. Tuesday, increasing cloudiness, scattered showers and storms in 86, and then showers and storms on and off on Wednesday, much dependent on exactly where Dorian is or is not, and a high of 86. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish from the CBS 47 at Fox 30X News Jack's First Alert Weather Center for News 104.5 WOKV.
Now, Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic.
West Side drivers on the East Beltway southbound, the FDOT tells me that there is a crash on the ramp to Wilson Boulevard, but it's not slowing you down in the slightest, with just 8 minutes getting you from the I-10 exits down to Blandine. And from there, continuing south on the West Beltway and heading through Orange Park and then Mandarin, it's another delay-free drive from Blandine across the Buckman Bridge and over to the 95 ramps will take you just 10 minutes. With Jacksonville's most frequent traffic, I'm Hannah Guile.
Now, the 3 big things you need to know.
A Cat 4 hurricane headed for Florida's east coast right now. Hurricane Dorian last reported about 470 miles east of Palm Beach. Maximum sustained winds now about 140 miles an hour. It's a Cat 4 storm. Tourists are leaving the Bahamas as the hurricane approaches. The National Hurricane Center says it should be near or over the northwestern Bahamas on Sunday. And with the state's price gouging hotline now active, Florida's Attorney General says they've seen more than 700 reports already of alleged price gouging, most involving gas stations, actually. It's 7:07. I'm Adam Kirk.
The following hour was paid for by the host and does not reflect the opinion of News 104.5 WOKV or Cox Media Group. Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 7:08 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, Florida. For those of you just joining us, you're listening to the Home and Garden Show. Home and Garden Show features Larry O'Neill.
That's me.
From Larry's Garden, and me, Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Larry's job on the show is to bring you 20 plus years of toiling in the soil so that your grass is green, your fruit is sweet, and your flowers in bloom. Me, Wally, I bring you 20-plus years groping about in houses, looking for things would not be right and sharing with you ideas on to make it safe and comfortable. Got a special guest with us here today. You've heard his voice all during the weekend. Many times today, Adam Kirk.
Hello.
Adam, I appreciate you keeping us up to date on what's happening with the hurricane, but I've got a personal question for you, good buddy.
Yeah.
What have you done to prepare?
What have I done to prepare?
At your own home. Inquiring minds want to know. They hear the voice, the comfort that comes from you.
Yes.
What have you done to be sure you're safe?
What's great about being a broadcaster, it's a double-edged sword, kind of double-edged buzzsaw, really, is that I get to stay in a safe space. So I get a hotel room and I get, stocked up supplies here at the radio station that I can use. But, of course, I have a family to take care of as well. So what I've done to prepare, sandbags, number one. We have a low-lying door that even in hard rains, we get water that comes underneath the door. And
do you have gutters?
We do, yes. Okay. And the gutters do their job, but there's a little bit of a slope from the street down to my front door. So if you don't sandbag that, I'm going to have 2 inches of water in my room. So,
oh, gracious.
So sandbags, number one. Number two, I have just about every supply you can imagine. I've got a propane grill. I've got canned goods, non-perishables, a giant 5-gallon thing of water that I am going to freeze and make into ice. And then I should be good for, I'd say, probably 5 to 7 days should power go out. I mean, I don't expect it to be that bad in my neighborhood. I'm not in a flood zone. I'm far enough away from the coast. The way the forecast looks right now, I should be okay. But you just never know. And the bottom line is prepare. If they don't have something at the store that you go to today, go back. Go back again and get it when they restock.
You live in a flood zone, buddy. Everybody in Florida lives in a flood zone.
That's
the question is, which flood zone do you live? So likely you're in flood zone X.
Yes.
Which means flood insurance is not mandatory.
Correct.
There you go.
Yes.
So our friends at JEA, our first responders, firefighters, and whatnot, they essentially abandon their families at this particular time, much like our broadcasters here at WOKV. How does your wife feel about you saying, honey, I'm going to tell people how to be safe in the storm, and you, good luck, take care of the house?
Yeah, so here's what's great
How's that conversation go?
Here's what's great about my wife is that, and I understand this, for anyone that's listening out there who ever thinks, oh, this has got to be such a great job, you guys get to go on the air and you get to, no, your family suffers more than you suffer, because here I am sitting.
You're not suffering, you're doing what you love to do.
I sit at a studio, I get to talk on the air with you guys, I get to stay up to date on the storm, I'm not scared, our studio's built for this, we have a backup generator, we've got food in the pantry, everything's great for me, right? The family are the ones that suffer. And God bless that woman for putting up with me as long as she has, because I've been through this. I can't tell you how many times. I've been from Atlanta to Pittsburgh to Cleveland twice, to Jacksonville twice. I first moved here in 2007, went through Tropical Storm Faye here, which was a complete disaster. It was only a tropical storm, but it stayed over here for like 3 days. I mean, all of you probably remember how bad that was. But the bottom line is the family suffers more than you suffer.
Absolutely. My Navy pilot days and Larry's time in the Navy, it was always the same thing. You're out having an adventure.
Right.
And they're going, where is that fellow? Where is that guy that's supposed to be with me? Yeah. So I appreciate that. We'll let you get back to it. I know you're keeping an eye on things. You'll be checking in with us on the half hour and on the hour, as well as others. They know from the morning news staff will be with us all through the week.
Yes, sir.
We're with everyone. We're going calm. We're having fun.
Everybody watch tonight. Tonight is when we're going to learn whether this turn that the storm is making is for real, whether it's actually going to skirt South Florida and buzzsaw right up the coast. We don't know. Because remember, yesterday, it was looking like it would go inland and ride the spine of Florida straight up north. Right now, it's looking like it's going to stay offshore. But don't let your guard down, guys. We don't know if this is for real just yet. Keep preparing.
I'm always prepared. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you.
Yep.
712 here. Let's check in with Joseph and talk about his driveway cracks. Welcome, Joseph.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I've noticed that I've been getting these little like 1/4 inch crack going up the segments of the driveway. There's like a total of 3 segments from the street and the first and then the second one, and it seems to stop. But is there any way that I can get ahead of it? And what do you all recommend?
Well, if it started to crack already, those cracks can't be repaired. And if you feel that there's going to be other cracks, I don't know why, maybe there's a tree or something, if you can always put more expansion joints in the concrete, and an expansion joint needs to be about every 10 feet away, so you can cut those in and with a concrete saw, or hire a concrete company to do it. I wouldn't recommend that you do it. That somebody with experience with a concrete saw could be able to cut additional expansion joints. And they need to be about 10 feet away at the max, somewhere between 8 and 10 feet, and you will not get any more cracks.
You can never have too many expansion joints.
Right.
You can only have too few.
Too few.
And how you know you have too few is your concrete cracks.
Right. I was looking at a brand new concrete driveway the other day, and you're looking at the expansion joints, looking carefully at them, and you can see the concrete had cracked right along the expansion joints.
One of my hobbies, I get to look at a lot of driveways as they're being framed out. You can predict where they will crack based on how it's framed.
Right.
It's predictable.
Right. Corners, swimming pools, when you I've looked at a lot of swimming pools because I've been there, right when they make that turn, that there's going to be a crack right there. Yep. If there's not an expansion joint, there'll be a crack for sure. But you can, any 8 to 10 foot section, then you need to have an expansion joint. And then after that, another one.
It's not a matter of filling in the crack.
No, you can fill it. I mean, Sarcrete.
It serves no purpose.
And you're right. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
It looks like hell.
It looks like hell. You're never going to get it the same color. And they have that concrete filler patch that you can see by Sarcrete and Quikrete. It's kind of a vinyl latex material you put in there. It's very light gray. It looks like you painted a line on your driveway. It's even worse.
Looks awful.
It looks.
In the more northern climates where we have freeze-thaw cycles, it's important to fill those cracks so you don't continue to get water in, freeze-thaw, freeze-thaw.
Not so much.
For us, it just doesn't matter. I'll tell you something that you can consider. I did this in a home I had a few years ago. I had a 50-foot-long hallway, and it had a crack in the tile that went all the way down.
Story.
So what we did, I painted a vine.
I have heard that story 1,000 times.
Well, someone else wants to hear it for the first time, so be quiet. We painted a vine along the crack, and then that vine painting went right up the wall.
Yeah.
People would come in, and they'd see this vine going across the floor and up the wall. Like, that is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. That's gorgeous.
Put an ivy vine on his driveway.
And no one knew it was a crack, cared that it was a crack. It's like Marilyn Monroe.
You were Michelangelo. Oh, my gosh.
Marilyn Monroe had that nasty hairy mole. So all she did, she trimmed the hair, she darkened the mole, and it became like the greatest sex symbol ever.
Oh, yeah.
So how dare you, sir? That's an awful
How dare you call that nasty?
Feels like too much information there.
Yeah.
It's how you make decisions is with information.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joseph. Good luck. Go ahead.
Regarding putting plywood, I have a hardy board house.
Great.
And I'm a little reluctant to start drilling anything into that hardy board because I quite frankly don't want to compromise it. I don't really think a whole lot about the integrity of it.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you can recommend about how I should go about putting plywood?
So the trim around your windows, is that wood or is that also hardy?
It's wood.
You can drill right into that. That's no problem.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be mounting or attaching whatever storm panels you put up would not normally attach to the siding anyway. It goes onto the frame.
Mm-hmm. Cut smaller pieces.
Okay,
I didn't hear you, Joseph.
Thanks.
All right, thanks. Good luck with it. Yeah, storm panels. It's kind of late to be shopping for storm panels, but it's so interesting when you start studying that stuff. Many people buy plywood, they put plywood up, and then they realize it's dark inside. And when the power goes out, you're inside, it's dark, you can't see out.
It's black, yeah.
Yeah, and over the years, there have been many, many people, many families who purchase plywood, perfectly cut plywood, or any other solid material that you can't see through. And they put it up one time, the power went out, it was pitch black. They creeped out. They got claustrophobia. So consider how you'll respond in darkness without being able to see outside.
Right.
That's why a lot of folks really like the various clear products, corrugated clear products.
Right.
You have that safety feature and protection of the window, yet you can see out. You don't feel so claustrophobic and so
clear
lost.
fiberglass or something like that.
Yeah, different
corrugated fiberglass.
Plastic products.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
Let's see if we can help our buddy Alan here with his lawn maintenance question. Welcome, Alan.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Nice to talk to you again.
Thank you.
So, I got a question really for my man, Larry there. So a couple weeks ago, you told me it was a good time to do some seeding, and I did some patching, and it really worked out well. Seeds germinating, and it's coming up already and looking good. My question is what I was planning on doing this weekend anyway, before the storm was coming, is I'm going to go out, put down green edge on the whole place, put down some iron, fish emulsion, and then I'm going to overseed with Bahia. And I also want to overseed with rye to maintain the color this winter. Is now a good time to do the rye, or should I hold off?
You should hold off on the rye. Yeah, you should hold off on that. But the other things, no problem. No problem. How many times have you put mill organite and fish emulsion down this year? I was just curious.
Oh, geez, this will probably be my 6th application. I do it every couple of weeks.
Doesn't it look so much greener? I mean, the grass.
It does. The weeds look fantastic. They love it.
The grass. I mean, we did a lady's yard. She had a problem areas, and we did it in fish emulsion and mill organite, and we did it over a little bit of sequence, and the yard looks so much greener with the natural fertilizer. It really does. It's really
absolutely.
And also, what I noticed about doing that is that if we have a cold winter, they predicting a cold winter, because I was already looking at that stuff, that the grass does not brown out during the winter. The St. Augustine doesn't brown out during the winter, because I've looked at lawns, and I've come up with the lawn years ago. I drove up to the guy's house. We were doing a project there in February. We're starting the project, and I drove up. Everybody's lawn in the neighborhood was brown, and I said, Matt, what are you doing here to keep your grass so green during the winter? He says, following your directions. Mill organite and fish emulsion. I said, wow, that is amazing. February, the grass was lush green and looking good. But it is, if you got the extra time, which you have, putting that green edge or mill organite out during the lawn frequently really makes it look so much greener. It's a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I use that, the Milorgi right now, I don't know if you're aware, you probably do know, there's a national shortage of this stuff because of guys like you recommending it to people.
Yes.
So I've switched over to Green Edge, which is produced here in Jax, by the way, instead of in the
Sludge. Yeah. Do you know that years ago when I started recommending fish emulsion, they actually ran out in our local. They ran out. Yeah, they ran out. The distributors had ran out. But it's a great fertilizer.
I noticed that the fish emulsion, in case people care, is like on sale right now in some of the big box stores.
Yes.
Where normally it's like $19, and now it's like $12 or $13 for like a gallon of the stuff.
Well, go ahead and mention the name. Go ahead and mention the name of the store.
Like at Home Depot.
Walmart. Home Depot and Lowe's at $12 a gallon. That is a super great deal. I've seen this stuff for $26 a gallon. So get it now. You can store it up. This is a great time to make deals on gardening stuff. So you can
absolutely, because they're trying to get rid of all that stuff.
Right.
Hey, I did want to ask. When is a good time to do the ryegrass? By the way, what time of year should I be putting that down?
You want to wait until it starts getting around to the low 80s, early 70s. All right.
Okay. Hey, real quick. I also had a question about muscadines. You were talking about that earlier. So I've got muscadines going wild all over my fence line and stuff, but I've never seen it produce any flowers or berries. Like the Virginia creeper's already got like big fat berries on it and stuff. Is there something going on with that, or
no pollination? No pollination is normally what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's bees and stuff in my yard. My vegetables get pollinated, so. Yeah. Any idea why the muscadines wouldn't get pollinated?
I'm not sure. I'm not. I'd have to look at it to figure out. Maybe not enough light. There could be a multitude of things that could cause that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Well, it's nice talking to you. Have a great week and be safe out there.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks.
7:23 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Brief break. Jumping right back on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
Now, the three big things you need to know.
Cat 4 hurricane headed for Florida's east coast. Still Dorian reported about 470 miles east of Palm Beach at last check. Maximum sustained winds about 140 miles an hour. Tourists are leaving the Bahamas right now as the hurricane approaches. The Hurricane Center says it should be near or over the northwestern Bahamas on Sunday, packing 140 mile an hour winds at least. And with the state's price gouging hotline now in effect, Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody says there have been more than 700 reports up till now of alleged price gouging, mostly involving gas stations.
Alexa, what's the news? Get the news from WOKV on your Amazon Echo. Go to your Alexa app, search for the WOKV skill, and enable flash briefings.
Play with WOKV Flash Briefing.
WOKV News on air, online, and on your Amazon Echo. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure and Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all natural, high purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy to carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
Big savings for Labor Day with Winn-Dixie's extended weekend sale. Friday through Monday only, bone-in whole pork shoulders are just 99 cents a pound. Plus, pick up select varieties of Bush's baked beans, get 4 for just $5. And the weekend sale savings don't end there. Grab 2 Gatorade 8-packs for just $8. Now that's a win for your wallet. Find more ways to win by downloading the Winn-Dixie app today. Price is valid Friday through Monday the 2nd only with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long lists of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There is no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
Here's MJ Easterling, president of Florida Pump Service. We receive a lot of calls from customers who have used a handyman or an individual for their pump and well issues, and now that person is no longer in business or can't be found by phone. At Florida Pump Service, you'll never have those problems. For over 69 years, we have been providing fast, reliable, 24-hour service for all of your pump and well needs. With over 100 years combined experience, we're here when you need us. Call 269-0202. That's 269-0202. Florida Pump Service. We make water happen.
Hi, I'm Mark Kinder, owner of Affordable Water. We've been in business since 1989. Trust a company that has a proven track record of good service selling top quality equipment. Affordable Water is a licensed contractor. We install water treatment systems that work. Beware of false claims being made by some companies about no saltwater softening. The National Water Quality Association states there is no test to prove they work. True soft water makes you feel clean and can be tested as soft. Affordable Water, 262-0197. 262-0197. License number W32.
AffordableWaterJacks.com.
More than 100 years ago, Jewish Family and Community Services established roots on the First Coast to help all in need, regardless of race or religion. And we've done that by protecting children through foster care, coordinating adoptions, providing professional counseling, and offering temporary financial assistance. Whether you need our services or wish to donate to our mission, learn more about Jewish Family and Community Services today. Visit jfcsjacks.org or call 448-1933.
This message is sponsored by the Florida A&M University Medical Marijuana Education and Research Initiative, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Where I'm from, marijuana is legal. Can I use it in Florida? Nah, it's illegal here, man. But I have PTSD. Should I at least try to get medical marijuana? That's legal. But if I were you, I'd talk to my doctor about qualifying conditions and to find out if medical marijuana is even right for you. Thanks. I'll talk to my doctor.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Variable cloudiness today with scattered showers and an isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches, with highs in the upper 80s, a 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight and near 75. And tomorrow into Labor Day will be partly cloudy with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, but lots of dry hours too. Highs in the upper 80s. Scattered showers and storms for Tuesday with a high of 86. And those showers and storms continue to increase into Wednesday as Dorian makes its move somewhere not too far from Florida with a high in the mid-80s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Now, Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic.
If you're making your way into downtown on 95 northbound, I'm taking a look at the traffic maps, and there's nothing in the way of delays with just 13 minutes getting you from the Beltway across the Fuller Warren Bridge and over to the I-10 split. And from there, continuing north on I-95 and heading towards the north side, the road is still wide open and you're moving along just fine. From the I-10 ramps across the Trout River Bridge and up to the Beltway will take you just 9 minutes. With Jacksonville's most frequent traffic, I'm Hannah Guile.
This is News 104.5 WOKV, where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, severe weather, and traffic alerts. On air, online, on every device with the WOKV app.
Live team coverage starts now.
Good morning, Jacksonville. It's 7:29. I'm Adam Kirk, and our top local story. Hurricane Dorian's now a Cat 4 storm, but there's a big change in the forecast if you joined us yesterday on Jacksonville's Morning News from that time. CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish says hurricane warnings are in effect right now for the Bahamas for Sunday night and Monday.
And then a potential impact on the east coast of Florida, but the models have gone into great flux now recently with a notable shift toward the east.
That shift means the storm might not make landfall at all in South Florida. If you can believe it, it may skirt right up the Florida coast.
Which takes the storm either into north central Florida or just a little bit over Jacksonville perhaps, or a little bit to the east. It should be weakening at that point.
So the bottom line right now is that the storm might have a big impact on coastal communities almost all the way from South Florida to Jacksonville and even beyond that. But we're going to get a better picture of whether this turn that I've been telling you about is for real probably tonight. So stick with us as we kind of look to see if that flux that's emerged in the models this morning continues or if it stabilizes. So Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish continues to monitor all of the data that's coming in, and we'll let you know later on whether or not that turn is actually for real or whether the original forecast that we were telling about yesterday, where it goes up the spine of Florida and brings us a lot of rain, 15 inches or more of rain, is going to continue. So at this point, do not let your guard down about this storm. Meantime, JEA says they're taking the lessons they learned from Hurricanes Matthew and Irma as they prepare to respond to Dorian.
It's why JEA's president and chief operating officer, Melissa Dykes, says they're more prepared than they've ever been.
This week, we've stood up our emergency operations center. We've begun pre-staging our materials and supplies. We've requested some mutual aid assistance to come all the way from Texas to assist us with restoration after this storm passes us.
She says JEA has also invested hundreds of millions of dollars into resiliency and hardening their system, so they're as prepared as they can be. Sarah Thompson, News 104.5 WOKV.
WOKV News time is 7:32. We'll check the forecast for the weekend and more of the Home and Garden Show next.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
A golf ball takes a beating and needs a protective outer shell to protect its core. Same holds true with your home or commercial building. Rhino Shield ceramic coating will protect the outer shell of your home or business. It protects and beautifies stucco, cement board, brick, block, aluminum, and vinyl siding. Rhino Shield ceramic coating comes in any color and is very flexible so it can expand and contract. Plus, Rhino Shield is warranted for 25 years against chipping, cracking, and peeling. If you want to protect the core of your home or business, call Rhino Shield today to receive up to 25% off and 1 year same as cash financing. Call 866-RHINO-25. That's 866-RHINO-25.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Did you know 9 out of 10 WellMed patients would recommend WellMed to friends and family? That's what our patients said in a 2017 Press Ganey survey. At WellMed, we have a better approach to health. Our doctors specialize in keeping people on Medicare healthy by practicing proactive, preventive medicine so you can live your best life. We provide care you can count on now and for many years to come. Learn more about the WellMed difference at WellMedFindADoctor.com.
Right now at Diamonds Direct, whether you buy a $3,000 diamond pendant or a $30,000 designer ring, you can spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest and no money down. It's our best offer ever as we celebrate our all-new showroom off Town Center Parkway. 5 years, 0 interest with nothing down on anything and everything. Come take advantage of this and check out the all-new Diamonds Direct. Now open off Town Center Parkway just left of the Hyatt. Diamonds Direct on approved credit.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
Jack C. Wilson Roofing has repaired and replaced shingle roofs in Northeast Florida since 1946 and maintains a standard of excellence. Schedule a free roof estimate at jackcwilsonroofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company, the first name in Jacksonville Roofing.
Hot, hot, hot. Can you believe this weather out there? Hi, this is Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that you're burning up. This time of year, your attic temperature averages 130 degrees. Nothing like paying high energy bills and you're still hot. Do something about it. Spray foaming your attic with Energy Seal really works. A cooler attic means a cooler home, a cooler bonus room. Everything is more comfortable. Right now, we're offering 25% off our summer rates. Call us today at 888-306-3626 or look us up on the web at EnergySealToday.com. Call us today for a free estimate, 888-306-3626.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy today, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches with highs in the upper 80s. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight near 75. And tomorrow and Labor Day, a mix of clouds and sun. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms will continue to move in off the Atlantic, but with plenty of dry hours in between. Highs in the upper 80s. Tuesday, increasing cloudiness, scattered showers and storms in 86, and then showers and storms on and off on Wednesday, much dependent on exactly where Dorian is or is not, and a high of 86. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish from the CBS 47 at Fox 30 Action News Jack's First Alert Weather Center for News 104.5 WOKV.
Now, Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic.
St. Johns County drivers heading towards Jacksonville on 95 northbound. I just checked the FDOT traffic cameras, and they're showing the road wide open from State Road 16 at the outlets all the way up to the Beltway. Will take you just 16 minutes. And from there, hopping onto the East Beltway, northbound and heading through the south side, surprisingly, you're moving along just fine through those ongoing construction zones approaching Bay Meadows, where those 4 lanes taper down to 2. Give yourself just 7 minutes to get from the 95 ramps up to JTB. With Jacksonville's most frequent traffic, I'm Hannah Guile.
Now, the 3 big things you need to know.
The National Hurricane Center says watches may be required for parts of Florida today. Forecasters say Dorian could strengthen today, expected to remain a powerful Category 4 hurricane for the next few days. Police in Hong Kong are firing tear gas right now to disperse pro-democracy protests that have cropped up again in the city. And shots fired at a high school football game in Mobile, Alabama on Friday night. A fight broke out, 10 people injured, 6 of them shot. It's 7:38. I'm Adam Kirk.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 7:38 here at News 104.5. Grateful that you're with us, enjoying the day together, doing our storm preparation, our storm conversation, choosing what great meals we'll have, what fashionable adult beverages we may have, and we can only do that because we've done the things we need to do to prepare. We've got things away from the glass and picked up debris around the yard. We've got some water. We got our stuff going on. It's just time to relax and enjoy the storm. One of the things that is very common in the aftermath of any storm-related event is a boil water advisory, and it's important to know that should we be in that situation, that you do the right things. Some people who have made tremendous preparation, thanks to our friends at Affordable Water, have filtration systems and other water treatment in place such that a boil water advisory doesn't even require they boil the water.
Amazing.
You know that you've chosen the right system to treat your water, to soften your water, to filter your water.
Safety and taste good.
The system has the capability to defeat whatever goes into the water after the storm. So you wouldn't even need to boil the water. That's pretty neat.
That's great.
That doesn't happen automatically. What I mean by that is you must have had the conversation with Affordable Water ahead of time so you understand your system. If you've softened your water, which is very, very critical, that would not stop those things on a boil water advisory. But the right level of filtration, the reverse osmosis systems, and some of the other options can defeat that. Why is that important? Well, how often do we have a boil water advisory? Not very often. But to know that the quality of your water has been treated in a manner that it would be safe to drink directly from the tap, even if there was a boil water advisory, that's telling me that you're consuming good, safe water all the time.
And tasting good.
And tasting good and healthy.
And a bargain, because, you know, listen, bottled water is expensive.
Oh, I don't understand the whole bottled water thing. You don't
more
need
than gasoline.
Well, here's the truth of it.
Yeah.
If you're a bottled water person, for whatever that reason is, whether that's social or health, or you just think that's cool to drink bottled water, if you had affordable water, test what was in your bottled water and test what was in your tap water. You can compare the two. And then you let Affordable Water know what you want your tap water to taste like, what nutrients you want in it, what chemicals you do or don't want in it. They can cause the water that comes out of your faucet to be superior in quality, superior in cleanliness, superior in the use of chemicals or non-use of chemicals than bottled water. So you just can't do any better than that. One of the things that can save you a lot of aggravation when the storm is coming is knowing that Affordable Water has set you up in a manner that you're going to be in great shape. And what I have, what they've done for me, I have a 100-gallon tank, an aeration tank of fresh water that pumps right into the house, 100 gallons. Now, a lot of times they say, put water in your bathtub. I don't know what you do in your bathtub. I don't want to drink the water out of my bathtub. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I got my toes, there's people that may, if you pee in your tub, you pee in the shower, fill your tub with water. That's preposterous. Have Affordable Water set you up in a manner that you'll have clean, safe water, regardless of what's happening with your municipal supply, regardless of what's coming out of your well. Better than water quality, or better than bottled water quality water, and essentially a boundless supply for about 1/billionth the cost. I exaggerated on 1/billionth.
Okay.
But it is better. Affordable Water.
Close.
.com. Yeah. You got to think about these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about generators real quick.
Yeah.
I have a generator at my house. If you would like
They're
to have
handy during these situations, definitely.
Yeah. Here's the thing about the generator. It's really nice to have lights when none of your neighbors do. It's really nice to be able to cook and do all these things. We have a generator. The generator, every single time there's a big storm, somebody manages to get themselves hurt or killed with their generator. How does that happen? Several ways. You're working with fuel. You got gasoline going on. You got a hot engine going on. Plenty of opportunity to burn. Plenty of opportunity to create fire. Now you've got
carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide pumping out. You cannot put your generator in your garage.
Wires laying in water.
Let's go back to the carbon monoxide in your garage. So you stick this machine in your garage so it stays dry. You turn it on. Now you're pumping carbon monoxide into your house. If your air handler is in the garage for your HVAC system, your heat pump, now you've got this giant system sucking carbon monoxide through your house. Even if it's not running, it can flow right through. So no generators in garages. Let's talk about the cords. The cords need to be the proper cord for your generator, properly connected to your home, not backfed through your dryer vent. That's a no-no. It's dangerous. You're walking around with those exposed prongs. That's an arc welder waiting to harm you, do damage to your home, kill somebody. That's not good. When you then put that into the dryer connection, you're backfeeding the system. It was not intended to work that way. None of the protections for you in the home, you're bypassing some of those protections, and worse yet, you run the risk of backfeeding your power into the down lines and killing passersby, little kids, dogs, JEA workers. Do not do that under any circumstance. If you don't have a proper connection, you can use extension cords from your generator to various appliances in your home, but do not backfeed, do not backfeed, do not backfeed. Generator safety. You don't want something that was supposed to be a pleasure doing a bad thing.
Dangerous.
Dangerous, very dangerous. Turn it off when you're putting more gas in it. There's all these little simple things. And you know, most of the time when we're careless or stupid in our homes, we get away with it.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. And that validates you doing it again and again. And it's just a matter of time before something bad occurs. So should you need your generator, use it properly or don't use it at all. 744, let's check in with Chris in Switzerland's got a conversation going on about off-ridge vents in his roof. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, happy to have you. What's up?
I have an off-ridge vent that faces east, and when we get some driving rain, I end up with water that eventually comes down and leaks on through the ceiling. Is there a device, anything I can do to plug that up?
A noodle.
Just a pool noodle.
A pool noodle, those squishy styrofoam-like pool noodles. Jam one of those up in there. It's a little easier to do it from the inside sometimes than the outside, but jam pool noodles up there.
Okay. I will do that.
Are you going to ask me what color?
If you like, I could do that.
Wally loves pink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a pool noodle's probably the simplest thing to do. If you do it from the inside, you can wedge it up there, jam it up there. If you take a peek ahead of time, that'll tell you whether you need one of the small cheapy noodles or you need the Mac Daddy noodle.
Right.
But I like noodles for that purpose.
I think I need the Mac Daddy.
All right, man.
All right.
Wish you well.
Thanks.
There's also baffles that you can put in those, but now, as we're getting closer to the wind and the rain, you probably don't want to install. But there's a little lip up there that helps to stop all of that. Let's head down to Putnam County, check in with Steve, and talk about his prep with his swimming pool.
Good morning.
Morning.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah,
Chamber of Commerce. No storm today, thank God.
I'm happy. What's up with the swimming pool?
I thought I'd better call you. I've got a friend that just bought a house, a nice one, down in Palm Coast, built in the 80s, a big house, big property, and it's got a swimming pool, and it's driving him nuts. He wants to fill it in, and, he said, I'm just going to get some dirt and fill it in and forget about it. I said, I don't think you better do that. There's all kinds of ramifications, and I figured that you had probably seen this in the past doing home inspections with people that have done that. What would you recommend he do?
You want to knock the bottom out of it for sure.
For 1 year, I did 5 pool destructions. You knock the bottom out. You got to knock the bottom out. Absolutely. Otherwise, you're making a big, huge quicksand. Disconnect all. Yeah. It's going to fill. It's be a mud pit. If you have a 4-wheel drive off-road vehicle, you can try it out in that thing after it fills up with mud. But you got to knock the bottom out. It's pretty easy. You need to get an excavator, pull out the bottom. You can actually pull down the sides too, and then just backfill.
Collapse it in on itself is the least expensive thing to do. To haul all that away gets real pricey.
Yeah. You want to collapse it. So you don't want to haul it away. No way.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It's quick. It's
Well,
in 3 or 4 days. You got it all been backfilling, resawed.
Oh, well, that's good. And I'm the guy that bought the electric weed blower.
How'd it work out?
And that thing works good. I'm real happy with it, and I'm not tripping over electric lines.
Yeah, you had a lot of debris accumulating in your back porch. Is that my memory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. I'm glad it worked out for you. Which brand did you choose?
I bought the Ryobi.
Ryobi, yeah.
And it's been fine, and the battery lasts a week or so if I use it every day.
Ryobi's been they pioneered those battery powered stuff like 30 years ago.
Yeah, they're the leaders.
They've got it pretty much working well.
And the battery pack on your Ryobi cordless blower, is it compatible with your other Ryobi tools?
Yes, it is. Some of my items are 20 years old, and they work with these new batteries.
Wow, amazing! That's good thinking on Ryobi. Usually, the manufacturers of these type of equipment purposely make them so
Different
they don't
batteries, yeah.
from one model year to the next model year, so you have to buy new batteries.
But some of the, they make nice kits where you get 4, 5, 6 different cordless tools, and
that's
you get
what
yourself.
I bought years ago.
Right, and then you just need 1 or 2 batteries, so you have a constant charge, and they're all compatible. So that's great, Steve. I'm glad it's working out.
Well, thank you for the info on this pool business, and like I say, bust out the bottom and then backfill it in, and you're good to go.
Collapse it in on itself first. You want to go if the deck is all concrete, and depending on how high those sidewalls are compared to grade, it's wise to bust it all in at the same time.
Yeah.
And
the minimum you have to do is take out the bottom, bust out the bottom. Then if you want to lay the other stuff, pull out the sides, that's another thing.
Right.
Then
that's
deck,
what he'd probably do then.
Pull this cool deck off, throw it in there,
Yeah. Collapse it
in.
Good deal. Thanks, Steve.
Well, thank you. And I'm glad that I called you because I trust your expertise on most anything, both of you.
Thanks,
lawns
Steve.
and gardens and houses and inspections. And I hear your name all the time on different shows. So,
well, thank you. Appreciate you. Bye, sir.
Yeah.
It's 7:50 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right back on the phone. So your call at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
Now, the 3 big things you need to know.
The National Hurricane Center says hurricane watches might be posted for parts of Florida's coast later today.
2.
Police in Hong Kong are firing tear gas to disperse pro-democracy protests in the city that have cropped up again.
1.
And shots fired at a high school football game in Mobile, Alabama last night. According to witnesses, a fight broke out after the game. 10 people injured, 6 shot.
Get WOKV breaking news alerts in 3 simple steps.
1.
Go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
2.
Download the News 104.5 WOKV app.
3.
Enable alerts. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
In an ocean of car dealers, there's only one Atlantic Infinity.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one for a luxurious showroom.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one with a summer sales event.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one fast, dependable service.
Follow the wave to the only one Atlantic Infinity.
And don't miss the summer sales event going on now at Atlantic Infinity, 10980 Atlantic Boulevard.
The following is an important message from Florida Power and Light. Safety is always FPL's first priority during a storm, and we urge you to make safety your top priority too. As you prepare for the approaching storm, review your plan for backup power or make arrangements to relocate if someone in your home is dependent on life-sustaining electric-powered medical equipment. Avoid trimming trees before the storm and secure loose branches and other debris. Keep all ladders, scaffolding, and tools at least 10 feet away from power lines. Remember, there may be danger after the storm. If you're planning on using a generator, keep it outside and away from open windows. Never operate it indoors. Stay away from downed power lines, flooded areas, and debris. Use the FPL mobile app to report a fallen wire and call 911 immediately if you feel there is an imminent danger. For a complete list of storm safety tips, go to FPL.com. And to text message updates after the storm, text the word JOIN to MyFPL. That's JOIN to 693
7375.
Right now at Beard's Jewelry, get 5 years zero-interest financing on anything and everything.
How about a $3,000 designer setting? You pay just $50 a month.
Or a $2,500 pair of diamond studs? You pay less than $42 a month.
At the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
There's nothing like sitting down for a personal conversation with Eddie and Chuck from Farah and Farah. And you can do that every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV. Join Eddie and Chuck every Saturday on the Consumer Law Hour, where they break down everything from personal injury to civil rights. Join them and be part of the conversation on the Consumer Law Hour, brought to you by Farah and Farah, every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV.
Some things are slow, like snail races. Other things are fast, like Xfinity X5. You get fast speeds even when the whole family is online. It's coverage all over your house with reliable service for all devices, so everyone is happy. You can even pause the in-home Wi-Fi to bring the family together. Get all the speed, coverage, and control you need, and see how Xfinity X5 makes Wi-Fi simple, easy, awesome. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply.
A major hurricane is approaching, and State Farm is there. You can find preparation tips at statefarm.com, but you can start getting ready for its arrival by securing valuables, shutting off utilities, and boarding up windows. If the hurricane does strike the area, State Farm is already preparing to help our policyholders recover as quickly as possible. If you need to file a claim as a result of the hurricane, call your State Farm agent or 1-800-SF-CLAIM. That's 1-800-732-5246.
I'm Mark Kinder with Affordable Water. There's a process in water treatment called ion exchange. This process actually removes hardness using very little salt with our demand metered systems. Our dual media system softens and filters water for your home or business. Affordable Water has been educating and serving Jacksonville for 30 years. We're licensed locally as well as on the state and national level. Affordable Water, 262-0197. That's Affordable Water, 262-0197. License number W32.
AffordableWaterJacks.com.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Variable cloudiness today with scattered showers and an isolated thunderstorm. A little bit breezy, especially at the beaches, with highs in the upper 80s, a 7 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly cloudy with a few showers tonight and near 75. And tomorrow into Labor Day will be partly cloudy with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, but lots of dry hours too. Highs in the upper 80s. Scattered showers and storms for Tuesday with a high of 86. And those showers and storms continue to increase into Wednesday as Dorian makes its move somewhere not too far from Florida, with a high in the mid-80s. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Now, Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic.
Couple of problems for West Side drivers on the West Beltway southbound. The first is a crash on the ramp to Wilson Boulevard, but it looks like it's contained on the shoulder. And the second is a crash on the ramp to 103rd Street. Luckily, it's not slowing you down in the slightest, with just 8 minutes getting you from the I-10 ramps down to Blanding. And from there, continuing south on the West Beltway and heading through Orange Park and then Mandarin, you're still moving at the speed limit. From Blanding across the Buckman Bridge and over to the 95 ramps will take you just 10 minutes. With Jacksonville's most frequent traffic, I'm Hannah Kyle.
A hit from a hurricane can mean mass evacuations, flooding, and property damage. The 2019 hurricane season has already started. Prepare now before the next storm comes through. For a preparation list, check the WOKV Hurricane Guide, brought to you by Clay Electric Co-op on WOKV.com and in the WOKV app.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show. 7:57 here at News 104.5. Reminder, do the things you need to do to be safe, to be prepared, to be comfortable, to enjoy the wind and rain that's assuredly coming our way. Yes, it'll get windy. Yes, it will get rainy. We don't know how much, but we do know if you prepare as best you're able and relax and don't do stupid things, we'll all be fine.
Right.
And after the storm, should you need a large landscaper to get things cleaned up, trimmed up, or put back together, Larry'sGarden.com. Got blog, video, frequently asked questions. They have lots and lots of chainsaws and cleanup crews and whatnot, so they can get you back in wonderful shape. And if we have no damage, that's even better, and they can make things better than they've ever been. Home Pro Inspections, we can help you, certainly, at GoHomePro.com. Those things related to purchase and sale of properties and wind mitigation and all those other good things. After the storm, what can we do? If you need documentation for roof damage to assure that your insurance company treats you right, we can do those for you. If you have water intrusion, bringing out the infrared cameras to document what got wet. It's important when you get water in your home that it gets dried correctly. After storms, it's very, very common. There's a bit of a rush and a bit of not cheating, doing less than needs to be done by the insurer. If you properly document where the water is, then we document that it's, in fact, dry. That's how you protect yourself. You may have a concern also, well, did mold grow while it was wet? We can care to that for you through simple sampling and other things. So not only for purchase and sale, but for those things related to due diligence and documentation you may need, for remediation you may need, for insurance claims and whatnot, we can care to that. We've done that for 25 years now at Home Pro Inspections.
Yes. One last reminder about generator safety and storm safety. If you need a generator, use the generator. Use it wisely so you don't hurt yourself. It's 7:59. We're grateful that you're with us. And the most important tip I can give you is, what's that? Use your turn signal. All right. Have a beautiful day. Have a great day.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the TuneIn Radio app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
Seems like the new buzzword these days is VPN, but what is VPN? Now, that stands for Virtual Private Network, and that's a technology that encrypts all the information you send through any Wi-Fi system. Now, a lot of companies make VPNs, but the one I want to tell you about is Norton Secure VPN. Now, it's made by Norton, and that is a brand backed by one of the world's largest civilian cyber intelligence networks with over 30 years experience. Now, Norton features bank-grade encryption